of my fellow Toastmasters tried to explain all about cricket or tried to teach all about cricket some time ago. He ended up as VP of Education in Cisco Toastmasters Club. So today I'm not going to try everything about cricket, just tip of the iceberg. So you can imagine what's left underneath. Probably 95, no, maybe 99% left underneath the water. I know Singapore is not a cricketing country. I can't even bet at Singapore pools on my favorite team. So I should probably ask the Singapore government to introduce betting first before you introduce cricket to the people. Today, I'll start with the overall view of what's cricket, what is the sport all about, and introduce a minor variation, or one of the variations that you have in cricket, which is 2020, the most recent invention in cricket. And then I'll go on to introduce some rivalry that happens in any sports. Move on to a Bollywood movie that is built around cricket and how famous it was, to give a complete overview how India as a country, a country of billion people, is so much into cricket. It can't be a bad sport, right? In a country of a billion people, if you have probably, my grandmother is 85 years old. She still watches cricket so closely. She went to my cousin's place. There was no cricket channel there. She said, "No cricket? Why did I come here? Right? I shouldn't have been here." So he had to call immediately to make sure that the cricket channel is available for her to watch. That's the kind of following in India for cricket. Cricket is a team sport, like football, like baseball. Two teams playing against each other. Well, it is 2 innings played, 1 innings each by each team. They are supposed to score as many runs as possible during their, whatever the number of overs or the number of balls that is thrown at them. Likewise, the other team tries to limit the number of runs, and when they get the chance, they try to score more runs than the previous team. There are many variations to it: who wins, who loses, which is the tie, etc. But just in the matter of simplicity, I want to say whoever scores better runs, more runs, wins the game. That's what this cricket is all about. Why you don't have so much following in Singapore or some other countries? Because firstly, it was invented by English, and wherever English went, the game was introduced to them. So if you look at the British colony, the former colonies like Australia, India, Sri Lanka, all those countries would play cricket. And if you go to Northern Hemisphere, if you go to Western countries like United States, etc., you would not find this game because British did not go there. Moving on to the next topic, where I want to introduce the minor variation. There are different variations within this game. Initially, the game was introduced as a 5-day game. Imagine watching 5-day. Today's soccer is watched over 90 minutes. Probably it might get extended to slightly longer time. Imagine you are sitting in front of the TV watching this game for 5 days. There's no wonder that you don't have too many cricket fans in Singapore, right? A shorter variation of that is a 1-day cricket, where that's a shorter variation. All right, you play from morning until night, until evening. That's a shorter variation, which is called 1-day cricket. Still, not too many people are interested. If you want to introduce this game into Olympics, probably you need a shorter variation of this, right? That's when the T20, 2020 came up. 2020 is all about each team bowls 20 overs each. Each team plays about 75 minutes each. So the entire game is completed probably around 3 hours or 3.5 hours. And not in the cricketing world, since it started as a 5-day game, not too many people wanted to follow this. Initially too much resistance because they thought this 5-day game will be diluted. What cricket stands today will be diluted. But anyway, Indian Premier League is one of the most famous 2020 game runners today. Because of the financial power, the game is getting popular now. Even there is a proposal to introduce it in the Olympics in 2020. Again, 2020. Moving on to the rivalry. India and Pakistan fought 3 wars since 1947 after independence, but the battle still continues. Just the venue has been changed to the cricket pitch, that's all. Every time there is a match between India and Pakistan, it's a battle going on in the pitch. All sports you have rivalries, right? The Ashes series, the most famous. England and Australia, whenever there is a match, there is a series called Ashes series, is well known for their rivalry. The name came up because in 1882 England lost to Australia in their own pitch. And then in one of the newspapers it was quoted that England has been died and cremated, and the ashes will be sent over to Australia. That's how that name came up, Ashes. So there is, I can go on if my time is not. Now you understand why he has become a VP of Education. Thank you.